Well, as you know, it appears that some people are more actively cosmic than others. So theoretically, in just a little while, I'll be relocated. Not exactly by choice. And you know who's booted on my neck? From time to time, I think people take turns. It seems that Alex City will have its say now. And there's another Alex, someone I respect, in the UK. Oh, and another one in Portland, Oregon, and astonishingly, they're showing up all over the place. I don't think that's too bad. Hasn't been too bad yet, unless Alex City turns out to be on the same downward slope that I've been slip sliding away on for years. I'll tell you something though, I'm not pleased with events in the UK, and my friends are not pleased with events in the UK, and it can be traced in large measure to the Brexit attitude that Thatcher had many years ago. It was a kind of British version of exceptionalism. Some will recall Nixon was actually quoted as having said seriously to a group of people, well, on the matter of legality, if the president does it, that means it's okay. This was in the debate about his stuff. Thatcher began saying that, troubles were from outside the country, sort of like in the Cold War. Our troubles somehow were that we would have to put off some things in favor of defense during the Cold War because of all the miscreants around the world. Well, I can't say that I'm in favor of socialism if it's corrupt. Corrupt socialism is communism. Corrupt capitalism is fascism. Now, I don't want to get into my pedantic mode, but I do think that Margaret Thatcher's boot on the neck of the average fisherman in the UK ultimately led to the Brexit business, with one prime minister standing on top of a car saying, vote for Brexit and we will net £300 million per month to spend as we please, rather than into somebody else's prosperity. It was a lie. In the U.S. we have similar lies, but someone like Truss was so gross that when she went to meet the Queen, that was the final straw. That put the Queen in her deathbed. Now, some compare Martha with Elizabeth, and that's a shame. Others compare Thatcher with you-know-who, and let me tell you, I've had it with Fair Weather Friends, and by that I mean people who are so stupid that all they want to do is count noses before they prove how stupid they are. And let me tell you, if there was something more I could do to make that point, I would. But there's really nothing I can do other than to say that the people who elected Lester Maddox are still around today. The people who elected George Wallace are still around today. They and their kids and their grandkids. And as far as I'm concerned, I'll give the benefit of the doubt to young people, but not to a lot of people I'd rather forget. And that's the simple truth. Whether or not my opinion, such as this opinion, leads to more retribution from the people who try on a shoe and find that it fits, well then that will prove my point. That point has been proven many times over. What else can I do? I've suggested, some people recall, I said, gosh, somebody ought to make some strawberry flavored boot black and give it to tenured professors or anybody else for Christmas, so that when you have to lick boots, you can do so with some better satisfaction than I would ever find with any of your boots, the way they have been used. And if you've been marching around in a swamp, I hope you have knee boots so you can go bottle fishing with all the abandon that personhood allows. I wouldn't know. I can derive some notion of what it's like to be free, but never having tasted such an elixir, all I can try to do is remove one boot from the back of my neck if I can, even though there are many to take its place. It's like slicing Medusa's head off. 14 others grow up immediately. Maybe I shouldn't confuse you with a classical education, but even that might be taught in some places I won't mention. But that is what I think. I want to be emphatic. I'm sick to death of the kind of cleverness that says you do want to move to Alex City, don't you? Well, I won't get into the particulars where I'm putting this. For one thing, the people who run some of the social media have been kicked out of polite society at least once in their life, and I don't trust them as a result.